In this video, we will explore the history of the Grand Canyon dating back over 2 billion years of natural formation, and the history of its inhabitants. The history of the Grand Canyon spans nearly 2 billion years of geological formation and over 10,000 years of human occupation. The canyon was carved primarily by the Colorado River, and the region has been a sacred place for numerous Native American tribes for millennia. Geological history. The canyon's immense depth reveals a cross-section of Earth's crust, with rock layers offering a geologic record spanning almost 2 billion years. Ancient rocks. The oldest exposed rocks, found at the bottom of the inner gorge, are the Vishnu basement rocks, schist and granite. Formed about 1.7 to 1.8 billion years ago from volcanic island collisions and magma. Layered sediments. Above the basement rocks are layers of sedimentary rock, most of which formed in ancient, shallow seas between about 530 to 270 million years ago. These layers contain marine fossils and record changing environments from oceans to deserts. Carving the canyon. The Colorado Plateau began to uplift around 65 million years ago. The modern Colorado River is believed to have established its course and begun carving the canyon about 5 to 6 million years ago, a relatively recent event in geologic time. Human history. Human presence in the Grand Canyon area dates back at least 10,500 years, with a continuous cultural history that includes 11 associated tribes today. Early inhabitants. Paleo-Indians were the earliest known people to pass through, followed by archaic peoples, who left behind split-twig animal figurines found in canyon caves. Ancestral cultures. Ancestral Pueblo people, basket makers, and the Kohonina lived in the area for centuries, developing agriculture and building masonry rooms before likely moving on due to a severe drought in the late 13th century. Contemporary tribes. The Havasupai, Hualapai, Navajo, Paiute, and Zuni tribes, among others, continue to live in and hold deep cultural and spiritual ties to the canyon, with some origin stories tied to this sacred place. European exploration and settlement. First European contact. Spanish explorers, led by Captain Garcia López de Cardenas and guided by the Hopi, were the first Europeans to reach the South Rim in 1540. They were unable to find a way to the river and left, and no other Europeans visited for over 200 years. U.S. expeditions. Major John Wesley Powell led the first successful expedition to travel the entire length of the Colorado River through the canyon in 1869. His detailed maps, photographs, and descriptions popularized the canyon and advanced geological science. Tourism and protection. Early pioneers in the late 19th century initially attempted mining, but quickly realized tourism was more profitable. The arrival of the Grand Canyon Railway in 1901 dramatically increased visitor numbers. President Theodore Roosevelt was a staunch conservationist who protected the area as a game preserve in 1906 and a national monument in 1908. National park status. Despite initial opposition from mining and land claim holders, The Grand Canyon was finally established as the 17th U.S. National Park on February 26, 1919, by an act signed by President Woodrow Wilson. It was designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1979. The history of the Grand Canyon is a combination of geological formation, indigenous human history, and European exploration that eventually led to its protection as a national park. The canyon was carved by the Colorado River over millions of years, revealing ancient rock layers that tell a story of Earth's history. Indigenous peoples have inhabited the area for at least 4,000 years. While the first European sighting was in 1540 by Spanish explorers. It became a national monument in 1908 and a national park in 1919. Geological history. The Colorado River began carving the canyon about 5.5 million years ago as the Colorado Plateau uplifted. The canyon walls expose nearly 2 billion years of Earth's history, including layers of sedimentary rock, metamorphic, and igneous rock. The oldest exposed rocks at the bottom of the canyon are about 1.84 billion years old. Indigenous history. Native American peoples have lived in and around the Grand Canyon for at least 4,000 years. Cultures such as the ancestral Puebloans, Hopi, Hualapai, Havasupai, and Paiute inhabited the area, building dwellings and leaving behind carvings and paintings. Many of these groups consider the canyon a sacred and holy site. European and American history. 1540. The first European sighting occurred when Spanish conquistadors, guided by Hopi people, explored the area. 1858. The first geological survey of the canyon was conducted by Joseph Christmas Ives. 1869. John Wesley Powell led the first expedition to navigate the Colorado River through the canyon. 1880s. Early pioneers began to settle the area, drawn initially by mining but soon by tourism as well. 1903. President Theodore Roosevelt visited and advocated for the canyon's protection. 1908. The Grand Canyon was designated a national monument by President Roosevelt. 1919. It was officially designated as a national park. 1979. The Grand Canyon was recognized as a World Heritage Site. The Grand Canyon is one of the 7 natural wonders of the world and is larger than the entire state of Rhode Island. Here are some fascinating fun facts about the Grand Canyon. Geological marvels. Ancient rocks, Young Canyon. While the Colorado River carved the canyon over the last 5 to 6 million years, the rocks exposed in its walls are much older. Some date back as far as 1.8 billion years. The Great Unconformity. The canyon displays a major geological mystery called the Great Unconformity, where 250 million year old rock layers lie directly on top of 1.2 billion year old rocks, with hundreds of millions of years of geological record missing. Not the deepest. Despite its name and scale, the Grand Canyon is not the world's deepest canyon. Other canyons, such as the Cotahuasi Canyon in Peru and the Kali Gandaki Gorge in Nepal, claim that title depending on measurement standards. Still evolving. The canyon is continuously being shaped by erosion from the Colorado River, wind, and rain, a process that happens too slowly for a human to notice. Unique environment and wildlife. Its own weather. The immense size and depth of the canyon create distinct microclimates. It can be snowing on the higher north rim, while it is 25 degrees warmer and sunny at the Phantom Ranch on the canyon floor. Hidden caves. There are an estimated 1,000 caves within the canyon's boundaries, but only 335 have been recorded, and only one is publicly accessible. Dangerous rodents. The most common animal to bite visitors is not a mountain lion or a rattlesnake, but the seemingly harmless rock squirrel, which is often looking for human food scraps. Pink snakes. The Grand Canyon is home to 6 species of rattlesnakes, including the unique Grand Canyon pink rattlesnake, whose coloration provides perfect camouflage against the canyon's rocks. Human history and culture. Ancient inhabitants. Archaeological evidence suggests humans have lived in and around the canyon for at least 12,000 years. Mail-by mule. The remote village of Supai, home to the Havasupai tribe at the bottom of the canyon, is the only place in the contiguous United States where mail is still delivered by pack mule. Skywalk. Grand Canyon Skywalk. A glass-bottomed horseshoe-shaped bridge extends 70 feet out over the canyon's edge and sits 4,000 feet above the floor.
Look down, if you dare.
The FAA's origin. In 1956, a tragic mid-air collision between 2 commercial airliners over the canyon, due to a lack of air traffic control, spurred the federal government to establish the Federal Aviation Administration, FAA, to regulate U.S. airspace.
I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and hit that notification icon for the latest videos as they are released. Thanks for watching and catch you in the next one. Ciao for now.